morning, guys. Welcome back. It has been a long time since I made a video, because it has been a long time since I have been on the road. We are in just east of Salina, Kansas, at a Love's off of 70. We are headed east to Kentucky, to Louisville, Kentucky. We have a load of sound equipment for concerts. Pretty cool. It is, what is it? It's 7 o'clock at night. I drove through the night last night. I left home and drove through here. This is as far as I could get. I was tired. But I know, my last videos I already said, oh, I don't like driving at night and blah blah, and here I am. We're gonna drive through the night again. So this load was my out of Denver load, which they usually suck. This one's not too terribly bad. Let me see if I can come this way. Yeah, this one's not too bad. It's light. Total, my whole outfit here is only like 60,000 pounds, 65,000 maybe, so it's light. But pays pretty good. But the problem was, I dropped my trailer off on Friday. It got loaded. This doesn't deliver until Tuesday, which is okay, but it just makes for a long trip when it's not. So I think it was total just shy of 1,200 miles, 11 or 1,200 miles. So I mean, I wasn't going to leave Friday to deliver on Tuesday, so that was nice. So I got to spend an extra day at home. Actually, an extra couple days, but
turn right on I-70.
I had went and picked up the trailer and left out last night, and now it's Sunday. So slept a little bit, watched some football, did all the normal Sunday stuff, and now we're just going to drive through the night. We're going to get probably at least within 60 miles. There's another Love's up here. If there's a spot, but, and then we'll hang out. They have a lot there. It's at the Kentucky Exposition Center is what this place is called, but I don't really want to get there too early and just sit in a big parking lot without, you know, restrooms or any of that I know of. I would much rather just get close, stay at the truck stop, and then tomorrow night, Monday night, head that way. It's just spent Monday night a lot. Get this unloaded Tuesday. I don't have anything booked right now for Tuesday.
Continue on I-70.
I was looking. There's a lot of loads, so that's good. A lot of loads. So I don't know how long for sure this is going to take to get unloaded or anything. It shouldn't take that long. They're all on kind of like big roll carts, most of the stuff it looked like anyway. So it shouldn't really take that long to get unloaded. So we'll get this unloaded and book something else. I am going to try. So generally when I do this, I just go all over the place. In the last few trips I've ended up out in the northeast, Massachusetts, Maine, New York, out that way. And I'm going to try this time just doing shorter runs in like Ohio, Illinois, Indiana, Michigan, you know, and run around there. Just try to stick to some flat, straight loads, pick up one day, drop off the next. Rates are really good right now, and I'm going to see if I can't have better luck with that instead of, because when you go to the northeast, the rates out there are generally pretty awesome, and then on your way back, they're not. So I generally don't try a lane, but this time we're going to try us a lane. I don't think we'll be in Kansas very long. A couple hours, maybe an hour, I don't know. We'll end up stopping on the eastern side of Indiana tonight. There's a lot of truck stops along the way, and by the time we get up there, it's, I mean, about 8, 9 hours away, so it's already 8 o'clock there, so 4 or 5 in the morning. I don't think I'll have to reserve a spot or anything. Usually by then the early bird guys are taking off, and there's parking. Apollo, don't lick my Dr. Pepper. Yeah, don't you do that. I got Apollo with me. He's had a good day. We were lazy, obviously, after driving all night, but now we're back to putting some miles behind us here. Just topped off on fuel again. I had to idle today all day. It's been really hot. I've got to get me an APU installed on this truck as soon as I can. I just spent, so like I said, I was at home for about 3 weeks. I had some work done to the truck, nothing major. Good thing, because they didn't do half of what I wanted them to do. Nothing major, but the major thing was I refinished the floor in the trailer and a little bit more. So whoever had this trailer before me, I think I've said this in one of my other videos, but they hauled seeds, and they hauled loose seeds in this dry van. And if any of you have ever been in a dry van, or if not, there's metal plates that are about a foot high on each side. They're called skid plates. Well, those aren't firm up against the side of the trailer. There's gaps and stuff, so when you put loose seed inside a dry van trailer, seeds get down in between there. So then when you're not hauling that stuff, they kind of just come out as you drive, and then they're all over your trailer. So every single time I would make a delivery, they'd unload me and I would have grass seed all over the place, which is really, really annoying. So I actually took the time and I took my skid plates out, which is a bear, vacuumed all the seeds out, used some air, blew them all out of the cracks and stuff, got everything cleaned up, put those back on, sanded the floor of my trailer, used a kit called Key Polymer Floor Restore, put 3 coats of that on there, and re-caulked all around the floor of the trailer. So the inside of this dry van right now looks brand new. It's great. But that was an intense amount of work. I had called the place where I bought it from and was asking about them doing it, but it's very labor intensive, so it'd be very, very expensive. So I just did it myself. It was labor intensive, but it wasn't hard. I got it done. Well, and one of the other big delays was, so I ordered the Key Polymer Floor Restore on Amazon, and there's one company that ships it from Amazon, and I don't know if they're the only ones who sell it or not. No, because you can order it at Walmart and stuff like that. But anyway, I ordered it and they sent it, and the packaging was great. It was really nice. But when I opened it, one of the buckets had leaked all over. It was totally empty. So it takes the whole kit to do the floor of the trailer. So I called them, because normally on Amazon, you got to return it. Well, I can't send back that stuff. So they did send me a new one, and I'm going to have to find the name of the company because they're a great company. They sent me a new one, and I was actually able to do 3 coats of the floor restore on my trailer, so it looks like a bowling alley now. But I had to wait about another week before I could get that second kit. So it was just a long time at home. It was nice to be at home, don't get me wrong, but I'm glad to be back out on the road. It was an expensive trip home, so it's good to be back out here making some money. But yeah, I don't know how I got off on that whole tangent when the first thing I said was I got to get an APU installed, but nonetheless, here we are. But I'm not sure what type of APU I'm going to want to get, and I also got to find out, because this is a full fairing truck and there's not room to mount it like on the passenger side anywhere. There might be room underneath the driver's seat here, maybe, but just barely. And the problem is there's just so much other stuff, the DEF tank, the fuel tanks, and all that stuff mounted there. I took it to the Volvo dealer once, and I was going to have a smaller tank put on because it would have given me enough room. But with the smaller tank, I couldn't use all the bands that hold the tanks on. And even if they took them off, the bolts that are on there are permanently put on the frame, and it's just a lot of work. So I have talked to a guy in Joplin at Joplin APU. I know they can be mounted underneath the truck. I'm nervous to do that. Apollo, you're on my foot. I'm nervous to do that because I just don't know how loud that's going to be inside the truck. And I mean, APUs aren't all that loud, but with it mounted underneath a full fairing truck, I just worry that that's going to be very, very loud. So I'll have to call him back and ask him some questions about that. I'm just not 100% sure. I watch a channel, it's called Just Truck It, and he's getting a green APU installed on his new Kenworth. I'll see how that goes. I might get in contact with them because it's the same price. APUs are about $10,000, $10,500 installed. So back in the saddle again. Hey! Alright guys, we are leaving Alev's here on 64 just north of Evansville, Indiana.
Turn right on East 1250 South,
111
then take the
miles
first right.
from where we're going to stage for this offload tomorrow. This is going to be kind of different. I'm interested to see what's going to happen tomorrow with this offload. It's not. This is going to a big expo center. It's going to a big expo center. And I'm not sure how they're going to unload it, but I guess we'll all see together. But we're going to get started here at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm less than 2 hours away, so it won't take long. I stopped for the day at Love's. Wanted to get a shower and sleep, obviously. Drove for just a little over 8 hours yesterday. Nothing too serious, but now we're going to get up here to where we're going to stage so we can see if see what this is going to be all about. I really hope.
Turn right at the traffic light, then exit
I really
right.
hope that tomorrow doesn't take real long. I don't have another load booked yet. Generally, I like to try to book loads in advance, just like a day or two, but that really wasn't in the cards this time because I don't know how long this offload's going to take. So hopefully we can get something booked tomorrow for tomorrow. If not, we'll have to look for something for Wednesday. I've been looking. I like to use Coyote a lot. I run a lot of freight for Coyote. This is not a Coyote load, but I've actually never ran with this broker before. But I do quite a bit of Coyote freight, quite a bit of TQL freight, but I've been looking at Coyote's app, and they have quite a bit of, quite a few loads out of this area going where I want to head. Up north just a little bit, get into Ohio, Indiana, Illinois. There's quite a bit going
Take
up
the
that way.
exit
So.
on the right to I-64 east toward Louisville.
So we'll see what happens with that. Hopefully it all goes good. We're hopping on 64 East. Got about 100 miles of Indiana probably and barely into Kentucky, so that's good. Spend the night down at this expo center and see what tomorrow brings. always say, like when I'm talking to my friends and family, it's like, well, I'll be glad when this one's off the truck. I'll be glad when this one's over. That's kind of how trucking goes. I really want to get this one over with.
Continue on I-64.
So I can get the next one on. Then I'll be happy when it's over with, so I can get the next one on. It's like chasing the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. But there's no end and there's no pot of gold. So I'm going to try something different out here this time. I've done really, really well monetarily, but it seems like every time I go out, I end up... So I'll take a load going somewhere that pays great going in, like the Northeast, but then the rates coming out are never very good, at least the rates per mile. So I'm going to try to stick in the Midwest, just 3 or 4 states, Ohio, Indiana, Illinois, Michigan, like I said before. I'm also not going to concentrate so much on the rate per mile. I'm going to have a daily amount that I need to make. So if it's a 1-day load, no matter the miles, it's got to pay that much in order for me to have the week that I want to have. So I'm going to try that and see how that works. Plan B might come faster than we think, who knows, but I'm still pretty new at this. I'm trying to figure out the best way to make consistent money. Every time I go out, I make good money, but I want to make consistent money. I need to be in an area where the loads pay good both ways. And unfortunately, where I'm from is not that. Freight from Colorado is just, it's terrible. It's not good. There's just no industry out there. It's not, at least for dry van, I don't look for anything else, but I don't care to run the western states. It's too mountainous. Weather sucks. I'd rather come out here flat, straight, maybe a little wind. That's what I want. Guys, coming into Louisville, Louisville, however you want to say it. From Kentucky, we're only 8 miles away from where we're going to drop off.
1.5 miles. Take exit 5A on the left to I-65 south, then keep left.
Kind of a cool view of the city here. So I looked at this place on Google Earth, and there's a nice big ring road around the expo center, so hopefully this isn't real hard to get into. Once we get down there and find it, we just got to find the right lot D. So once we get down in here, and I have 2 GPSs going, and I'm actually getting a consensus on the way to go, which is pretty rare, but I use Trucker Pass. I like using that to find for trip planning for the truck stops and that I plan on going. And I have a nice Garmin truck GPS too. And sometimes they don't agree, but for right now they're actually agreeing. So. Why I'm yawning. Slept all day. Hoping I can sleep some tonight. Get back on a day shift schedule because I think around 8 o'clock tomorrow we'll start unloading this stuff. I really hope it's a fast process. I'd like to get something else on the truck tomorrow and get out of here. But we'll see.